so I can explore.
Yeah.
I basically did that for my first year university games design project. I built a first person, well, of course, first person, 2004, I think it was. And I built a deathmatch map that was built on a spaceship. And one of the things you could do if you could get there was you could open the cargo bay doors and eject people into space.
Nice. Yeah, Unreal Engine is pretty cool actually.
Yeah, really.
Pretty... Yeah, I mean, it's gotten better, I think, but the engine itself looks very good.
Yeah, these days you don't really have to do much to have a usable game.
Warning, temperature critical.
What you do, but
Fuel
it's
cycle
not
complete.
necessarily programming anymore.
Well, I meant as in you could actually make an entire game as just a level designer.
Yeah, basically, yeah. But programming some stuff yourself will probably increase the speed and or quality of the game.
Oh yeah, of course. I was just saying how powerful the
not
engine on
necessary,
its own is.
4, 3, 2,
Bye.
fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete. Warning, temperature critical. Frameshift drive charging. Four, three, two,
I'm just gonna go back to Rahini, I guess. It's only 600 light years.
Yeah, you should be able to do it in 3 jumps.
30 more like it. Which is actually a pretty big coincidence since that's what you said times 10. Amazing.
fuel switch disengaged. Frameshift drive charging. Four, three,
What's the distance to next waypoint again?
I have no
About
idea.
3,000 light years.
3,000, you say?
Affirmative.
Nice. And
Just
that-
double checking this.
And the meetup time is tomorrow. There isn't.
Oh no, stand corrected. It is 1600 and the meetup time is indeed tomorrow.
Is it tomorrow that?
Yeah, 24th. Oh, hang on. Yes, 24th tomorrow.
frameshift drive
But
charging.
why tomorrow? Why aren't we given 2 days for this? It's just why? For the last few ones, we've got 2 days, and now suddenly it's only 1 day again. I do.
I have no idea.
This one's at a system, at a planet, right? The next one, like waypoint 10.
Yes. There's also settlements to see.
Nice. I'll probably go there immediately after selling my data at Rohini then.
Mm-hmm.
Fuel scooping. Fuel scoop disengaged.
Alright. This may be on Netflix, it may be an anime. This is definitely not a kids show.
Frameshift drive charging. Four, three, two,
Greetings.
Greetings, Commander.
Everybody's over at which waypoint now in Rohini?
Waypoint 9. Rohini, yeah.
I'm in Rohini, and I'm just hoping that my my application to the fleet comms group will go through before the meetup.
Yeah.
With just 50 minutes to go, that is unlikely.
Yeah,
I hope you do.
I was
but-
feeling the same thing. And I made really good time out to Rohini as well, so I'm feeling a bit bummed about that.
When did you start?
Last night.
Good
I hit-
lord.
That's all an ass.
Well, my Diamondback can go at like 50 light years a jump, and I have all the Jumponians.
Well, to be
Every
honest, you
single
would have
Jumponi.
been. You would have been better off using the neutron highway, to be honest.
I mean, I used the game's I used the game's idea of when it's okay to use a neutron star.
Yeah, the game's idea is essentially is a neutron star within your jump range, and then it will finally decide to map to the neutron star. Whereas if you use the neutron highway, it basically prioritizes neutron stars, and you basically get half the jumps from the game's neutron method.
I'm lazy, so I just use I just go where the game tells me to go.
Oh yeah, that works.
But
Okay.
I am kind of proud of myself that I made it out to Rohini in less than 24 hours, and I hit all the waypoints.
Nice.
I didn't just go straight for Rohini. I was like, I'm gonna get 100% on the
EDMS.
website.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm kind of proud of that. I just wish I could. I just wish I could attend the meetup.
Frameshift drive charging.
You can be there, we just won't see you. Or you us.
Yeah.
Don't worry, there will be people in the open meetup. It's just
Yeah, that's true.
most of them won't be us.
Yeah.
Well, it won't be me, so... That's already quite a loss, isn't it?
I don't know you well enough to say.
Well, I'm not a very good pilot, so you'll probably be lucky, since I won't be
I'm
able
not
to
a very
crash into you.
pilot either, so we'd get along just fine.
Ah, that's nice.
I'm taking a screenshot.
Are you sure about that?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Trying to get the
Uh,
lighting looking good.
Surely you need a helmet to do that.
I actually got a really good screenshot of a system I jumped to, and it had 3 stars of incredibly, like, noticeably different colors. And they were all
Oh, I
lined,
found that.
they were all lined up perfectly.
Did any of them have the name Huntress V on them?
Nope.
Oh well. I discovered
And there's
3 stars
something
just like
amiss.
that too.
Well, I'm sure you discovered a beautiful system. It isn't the only beautiful system in the League universe.
Yes, but I meant that very specific system.
What about
Oh,
the
well.
Atlantic system?
Hang on,
Meh.
I did make a note of what the name was, so I'll just go and check out.
Warning, temperature critical.
Wow, I came across that system today, but it's already 5,000 light years away.
Nice.
Okay, it's not the system I was thinking of. Oh well.
It was discovered by DevGun.
Fuel scooping.
But the final star in the system he didn't bother to scan, so I got the first discovery on that.
Temperature critical. Frameshift drive
That felt
charging.
good. Is it okay if I put, like, are any of these channels okay if I post screenshots in them?
Yeah, probably.
Yes. Photos and Enigma Expedition are the ones.
Let me just convert this away from the BMP.
If it's a if it's a screenshot you took the in-game screenshot thing, you might want to also bring it down, because yeah, it tends to be
Fuel scooping.
4K resolution.
Oh, I play in 1080p because I'm a scrub.
I do as well, but it still takes a 4K screenshot.
Disengage. Frameshift.
That's the reason why the game actually jitters a little bit when you take a photo, because it actually completely re-renders at a higher resolution.
It doesn't do that for me.
4, 3, 2,
Is that weird?
Yes, it is.
Do I have a weird copy of the game?
You have to deliberately do a high-res screenshot with Alt F10. F10 just gives you a regular resolution screenshot.
Oh, that's what I always do.
Alt F10 doesn't even work for me.
Have you changed your keybinds?
fuel
No.
scooping.
Are you sure?
I'm sure.
Are you really, really sure?
I'm triple sure.
Well, then I don't know.
Frameshift drive charging.
Oh, this is looking lovely. The textures are rendering properly. Nice.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Just dumped it in Enigma Expedition.
That looks pretty neat, yeah.
Fuel scooping. Fuel scoop disengaged. Frameshift drive charging.
Temperature critical.
Four, three, two, fuel scooping. Frameshift drive charging.
They should put a seizure warning on some of these neutron stars.
The game does have a seizure warning on startups, so that's good enough, isn't it?
Yeah, your
Does
game will
it?
get seized if you discover a star.
Oh no. Not
But
my
I've discovered
game.
many stars.
Fuel scooping.
Your game is going to
Uh-oh.
get seized.
That sucks.
Wrong seizure.
Are you sure about that?
I'm talking
Okay,
about.
okay, the
epilepsy.
game will seize, and it needs more oil. So if you keep your game lubricated and well enough, it won't seize up.
That's pretty nice. But what if the game gets a seizure?
Yeah. I'm really regretting eating that entire cake.
As you've
How
just been
are you
talking
really?
about exclusively for in the local chat.
Yes,
How-
actually.
How large are we talking of an entire cake?
I'm just working out the calorific content now.
Just say it in
What's-
kilos. We already know the
What's
calorific
280 multiplied by 6?
Lots.
More than 12.
Complete.
Lots. Yeah, that's how much cake I have just consumed.
That seems like a bad idea.
Yeah, it is. I can
But
feel
it
my
also
lunch
seems like a
crack
tasty idea.
already. I mean, it was delicious, but
Yes, that's all for freedom matters.
not doing very well in the keeping it down, or feel like I'm keeping it down.
Well, you're getting some practice then.
Your mouth must taste horrible right now.
I don't think his mouth would taste like cake.
No, it would taste horrible. It'd be sour.
No, it tastes of Morello cherry, mostly because I've been consuming Morello cherry drink to help make me feel not quite as nauseous.
I would not consider Morello cherry drink.
Have you ever heard of
best-
type 2
the best
diabetics?
treatment for not making your stomach feel terrible.
Oh, it's just Morello cherry flavored. It's not like an entire pint of crushed Morello cherry.
No, but still, even that flavoring, I wouldn't consider like the best stomach calming agent.
To be honest, the best stomach
I
calming
don't have any
agent
lilt,
is ginger.
so this will have to do.
Holy
like,
shit!
just get a root of ginger and just crunch on it.
That brought lilt. That brings back memories of my childhood.
It's a totally tropical taste.
I remember, like, so there's like the pineapple and grapefruit lilt, and then there was the rare super, like the super rare better lilt, which had mandarin in it. And like regular lilt was just terrible compared to like the very super rare good lilt.
Regular
that's
lilt is fantastic.
I mean,
Only
it is
if it's cold.
fantastic now because I haven't drunk the better lilt, like the secret like bonus stage lilt, for 20 years now.
Astacon, are you taking a photo of this parlor?
I have taken many photos.
Can you take some more, please?
Sure.
Thanks.
I'm a fucking idiot. That was the wrong button.
Are you,
You just
physically
boosted, didn't you?
capable? Did you boost?
I
Did you?
did.
Nice. Are you still alive?
Yes. Boosted out for me.
Nice, very nice.
Fuck's sake.
The formation's broken! Abort!
You did that just after I'd switched to the external camera. So that is now shadow played.
I think everyone's just kind of followed my lead.
But who's holding the line?
Nobody.
But
I
my duty
am
is to
the
hold the
line.
line, and I will hold the line until the line is no more. But I'm not doing that. And I found a water world. Nice.
Holla holla get dollar.
Whoa.
I found 2 water worlds yesterday that were both so massive that despite not being terraformable, they were worth 600,000+ credits.
That's pretty nice. For me, it's still 24 jumps to Rahini. And I just did 6 jumps in the last 24 minutes. Which isn't all too many.
Oh! I just found the red orca. I mean, beluga.
Nice.
I found this cluster about a year ago. It's about like seven kilo light years away from the bubble, and every time I go there, I find about 5 new Earth-likes.
That sounds about right because the bubble is in the Core World's Rift, and
Bubble is in the bubble.
7 kilo
Who
light
would
years
say?
away from that is still in the sweet spot of the galaxy for most of the Earth-likes.
Yeah, well,
Well,
I'm pretty sure the bubble isn't actually in the bubble, because such a thing is just weird, isn't it? Something doesn't contain itself, obviously. I mean, the galaxy is also outside of itself. Duh.
This is getting like deep into set theory suddenly.
Something
What is
something
it?
set theory, something math memes.
Like the weirdest
Yeah.
thing, I mean, like the weirdest thing is that usually I can go like 1,000 light years between finding Earth-likes, but almost every star I seem to go to in this particular cluster has an Earth-like.
I have
I'm
never
Nice.
discovered an undiscovered Earth-like.
I have discovered
Neither
at
have
least
I.
12 because of this cluster. I think this cluster might be like a bug in their generation software.
But you're not really complaining.
I'm
Or are
not,
you?
no, I'm not.
Well, you should. Demand your money. Something is obviously broke.
I've got my first discovery name on like 12 Earth-likes, and they're all within 100 light years of each other.
Nice.
I'd tell other people where it was, but then they would
They
guess
steal
it.
it from you.
I mean, at some point, I do actually want to do an exploration of this cluster because it seems anomalous.
I just found another Earth-like, and in a previous system I also found one. This is very nice. And all of this has been undiscovered because I'm going straight up to the galactic ceiling, or rather I'm coming down again. But I had been going straight up to the galactic ceiling. Not many people do that in these areas.
Galactic ceiling? What?
Yeah, the top of the galaxy basically.
You go up-
Basically, where there are no stars.
Well, not a lot of stars.
less,
Oh, I get it. I get it.
fewer.
I mean, that thing that I was talking about where I didn't have enough jump range, that's because I was at the galactic floor.
Yeah.
Maybe I should rebind my my boost key. That's 3 times in the space of 5 minutes I've hit it by mistake.
Nice.
So yeah, like, it took me 18 jumps to get there. It took me 50 jumps to get back.
Very nice.
And I had to use FSD injections, or otherwise I was going nowhere.
Well, with a new planetary update, you'll be able to see where the stuff for injections are now.
I know, right?
No, I know left.
Yes left.
Oh no.
Don't guess too hard.
Time to jump through a star.
Pretty good.
Or rather, basically through an exclusion zone of a star. About the same thing, anyway.
Oh, I do that quite often.
You can't actually jump
Yeah.
through the star. It's not going to let you. You'll bump around the collision box.
Ah.
Are you
I'm
talking
going to do
about
it
jumping
anyway.
into a system?
Yeah, when you jump in, and then you're, especially some binaries, you just drop in, like the primary star is being, no, the companion star is in the way of the primary star.
The only reason why I call bullshit is because I've literally never had that happen.
It's a thing.
Go through it.
It's a thing.
Usually it will put you out a far distance away from it, but sometimes it doesn't. And
Yeah,
you end up like that.
Yeah, in fact, I went straight through the companion star of Rohini last night. Funnily enough, while I was still dropping out of hyperspace, I actually fully refueled.
Nice.
I actually love the sound effect for flying straight through a star, by the way. It's like... like, you basically splash through it. It's beautiful. How the ship survives, I don't even know.
Nano
shield,
machine.
and a bit of armor.
I was gonna
Yeah,
say
but
nano.
the armor should be pretty goddamn mushy.
Just a bit.
You're in the envelope of the hyperspace window. That's probably why.
But wouldn't that kind of destroy the star?
No.
It would just move. No. It moves space out of the way. Alcubierre drive. It. Okay, you're gonna learn something, Professor Ivan.
No, I know what
Professor Ivan's class is in session. Okay.
I know what an Alcubierre drive is. I just didn't know how FSD in the Elite universe works.
FSD in the Elite universe relies on punching through through a higher dimension.
You sure it doesn't lightly caress its way through?
No, it literally rips a hole in which space. Have you ever seen capital class ships using their FSDs?
Insinuates its way through.
Yeah, I just thought that was a lot of foreplay.
Regardless, it goes through which space? A higher dimension to go and then it increase velocity.
Which space is it?
Oh, okay. It goes through a higher dimension, where the laws of light don't exist, where you can go at infinite velocities. You can pop into different systems. In Super Cruise, we use an Alcubierre drive. That's the move space out of the way of the ship, and we ride on the surf of space expanding behind us.
I've heard about Alcubierre drives, yeah.
Oh, that was beautiful.
What the FSDs are basically wormhole drives in a sense. They're just
but then
I mean, the clue is in the name. Frame shift drive. It shifts your inertial frame of reference.
That is a good description, actually.
Yeah,
that's exactly what it does.
I don't mean to be a know-it-all, but it's literally in the name.
Yeah, it's like your ship ain't moving, space isn't moving around you.
Very Futurama.
But it's true.
It is. I did kind of miss the bright blue and orange hyperspace clouds from the old games there.
Oh yeah.
I don't think that would have translated terribly well into a modern graphical system, though.
The weird thing was when EVE Online, a game whose faster than light travel system very definitively does not work on the Alcubierre principle, added red and blue shifting to its hyperspace lanes.
Speaking of EVE,
Alcubierre, it doesn't apply. Alcubierre doesn't apply because you're not actually moving. You're not technically moving, so it doesn't apply to the red shifting or blue shift in this case.
Speaking of EVE, what are people's bets on what's going to happen with the battle today?
The Yumi one with $1 million worth of ships?
Okay, which I am a little bit out of touch with what's going on. Who is fighting and over what?
Clusterfuck is fighting against kind of the leftovers of Money Badger. For reasons.
I feel like given what's happened in the past, I feel like Clusterfuck will hold the field, but will lose more money. Because that's almost always what happens when Clusterfuck gets involved with anything. They're like, ah, we won, but lost all the money.
Isn't it kind of a Pyrrhic victory then?
Well,
that describes everything that has literally ever happened when someone from something awful has done it.
I don't know. I don't think either team's gonna set out from their little fort, though.
I mean, that's not really a reason to if they'll just get shot at, so...
Yeah, exactly. They have a defensive line set up on both, so there's no reason for them to leave it.
I don't know, I feel like I did something in Elite Dangerous, and I feel like I think I'm on one of the sides that will be fighting today in EVE Online, but I feel like I did more productive stuff in Elite Dangerous today just by moving 5,000 light years. than I could possibly
probably
do by
right.
getting out my capital ships in EVE Online and sacrificing them for the meat grinder.
I will move 5,000 light years and
No.
I will pay you millions of credits to stop singing that song.
Pay up.
Hey, can I have 50 billion credits wired to my account now, please?
Nope.
No, send it to me.
You can certainly ask.
Okay then. And sorry.
Sorry, I'm 2 glasses of wine in.
I was about to sing it further, but I just found myself laughing at my joke too much, and it didn't work.
Ah, crap! I almost made it through flawlessly.
Almost.
Are you in
That's
the
the
balloon?
good word.
Nah, I was the conda that went through the mail slot sideways.
Oh, nice. I too have been through a mail slot sideways in my conda.
It's not called going through the mail slots sideways. It's called inertia drifting.
Well, yeah, but I didn't have
It's
the song
called,
playing,
oh
so
no,
it's
the
called going through
station
the mail
is-
slot sideways. If I have the song going, it's
not
initial
going to do
drifting.
it in a
It's
highly
called Deja
populated
Vu. I feel like
instance.
I've been in this place before.
That would be very unhelpful. Probably because I'd collide with someone and either destroy them or get a fine.
You know what? I'll play the song when I'm heading out this time.
Fuel scooping complete. Frameshift drive charging.
Engage. 18 jumps and I'll be at Rohini.
Good evening.
Good evening. Greetings, Commander.
Good morning.
Frameshift drive charging.
Anyone already at Rohini?
Yep.
Oh yeah. I have just left.
Okay,
Well,
guys,
I
stay
left.
clear,
What do you
stay
mean
clear
left?
of the mail slot.
Well, that is a fascinating email to get from my bank. They're complaining that I pay my credit card bills on time.
Oh, what's with the music? Stop.
Non-creative, you're playing. Well,
I have
sounds like-
absolutely failed.
He was trying to go out of the mail slot sideways.
Because I didn't play the music when I went in, but the exit did not work.
So how far can you jump in a single jump in your own combo?
Depends on engineering and weight.
Yeah, I was specifically asking non-creative.
Wait a minute.
Oh, me?
Yeah, how far does your Anaconda jump in a single jump?
I've got mine loaded with like SRVs and fighters, but I can still make it like 51.
How? Even exploration builds, I've never been able to get my Anaconda above 40.
Engineering.
I mean, even like using the theory crafting on that one tool on the internet.
That one tool on the internet does not take into account a thing called God rolls.
Well, I don't even have really good rolls. I just use a, I think 4D power plant.
Go lower.
I can't have all my lights turned on at once, basically.
Sounds like fun. But your ship will get lighter if you do that.
Oh yeah, no, you drop stupid amounts of weight by
Yeah,
getting
so
the
it's also a bad pun.
Basically, there are builds out there for anacondas where the anaconda, without any form of frame shift injection or neutron jump, can actually hit 80 light years.
Whoa! You're fucking serious?
Yes, I'm saying that seriously.
Wow!
That was actually one of the fuel rats that hit 80 light years, by the way.
Okay, fuel rats, I understand.
You called?
No.
Something modified the Ghostbusters theme song to be the fuel rat theme song.
Who you gonna call?
Type 10, just boost through
The fuel
mail
rats.
slot.
I was not boosting.
Oh no, just boost through to move that orca.
Nah, there's loads of space.
Oh well, I'll move them.
But yeah, the fuel rat had a total of 84 light years, and basically that was because he had 54% increase of fuel mass, and on top of that, a 23% increase of maximum fuel consumption, and everything was lightweighted.
Non-creative, you're trying to play music again. Yes. Some of us have our own music.
No one here knows what music is. Enlighten us.
I had to do it for the drift.
He was doing it for the meme.
Exactly. As is tradition.
As a famous Greek philosopher once said, it's not worth it if it's not for the meme.
Exactly.
Oh,
that was Plato, I think.
Yeah, it was.
Oh, there's a beluga in the mail slot where I am.
There's
Oh,
a
no,
lot
I
of
was waiting
debris
for
in the mail slot where I am because I'm in open right now and someone got blown up.
Oh, that sounds like great fun.
Nope, the beluga can't land. It's the other way around. Something's in the way.
Wait, it's the beluga that's getting blocked? Now that's irony.
Yeah.
I mean, seriously, every landing pad in the galaxy for 3 or 4 days when I came back to this game, it's like, there's a beluga on my landing pad that I'm assigned to.
Oh yeah, no, that happened to me a few days ago. Twice, actually.
It happened to me 20 times in under an hour.
That's why when I'm exploring, I fly a Diamondback. It can land anywhere.
Yeah, but you sound like a vacuum cleaner.
I don't care. The ship can jump ridiculously far.
So is Box here stuck, or what?
What was the question?
I was wondering if our beluga here was stuck in the mail slot, or what was going on.
The beluga was trying to drift as well.
Oh dear. Well, you did better than I did.
Yeah, this is the smallest inhabitable station I've ever come across. like the rings that it has are bigger than the sorry, not bigger. Actually, nearly the same size as the actual station.
Warning. Temperature critical.
"12 jumps left to Rohini."
Fuel scooping complete. Frameshift drive charging.
Wow, that's a fast charging shield for a Type 10.
I was just noticing that.
By the way, you know what are really fast charging shields?
Enlighten us.
Class 1C biweaves.
That's kind of their thing.
Frameshift drive charging.
They charge in literally a second.
And out sideways.
I would drift through the mail slot, but I like to consider myself a responsible flyer.
I mean, it's
more
your
talk of new
goddamn
planet stuff on the
responsibility
stream.
to drift through the mail slot.
Hope we get our Dove Enigma emblems.
Oh, is Elite? I mean, is Frontier coming up with an emblem for us or no?
I hope so.
So what's
not,
the deal
I'm
with
gonna be upset.
Worlds 2?
I'll probably tag along for that.
'Cause I saw some posts about it, but I don't see any information on it yet.
Oh yeah, there's no route yet.
And the link for the sign up just goes to a bigger version of the picture that they posted.
Which
Yeah, you
says
need
sign
to
up
actually
on
physically
February
write on the picture.
Or,
It's
you know,
quite pretty
read the
obvious.
words on the picture which actually say February 1st.
Frameshift drive charging.
I mean, that's too easy. Well, 10 jumps left to Rohini.
4, 3, 2,
Greetings. Hello. Now get out of here.
I don't wanna.
Too bad.
Frameshift drive charging. Frameshift drive charging.
9 jumps left to Rohini.
Do you have to announce it every
Yes, I do.
Well, fuck you.
You know something that would be cool? Being able to engineer high capacity auto field maintenance units.
That is actually a pretty good suggestion. Why don't you put that on the forums? Oh, yeah. That's not going to go anywhere.
Frameshift drive charging.
I guess you'll just have to wait.
Something going somewhere on forums? What's that?
You can try putting it out on the forums. Oh, wait, that's not going to go anywhere because the forums are trash. I guess you'll just have to wait. Wait and see.
You know what I kind of imagine when I see 1D distributors, in a 4 larger slot.
Fuel scooping.
Mm-hmm.
It's like here you had this high tech, high capacity capacitors, right? And these massive, heavy duty wires bringing power to everything, right? And you've replaced them with a couple of small electronics
cords
wires
and the amount of power of a kitchen oven.
Yeah.
Well, I was going to say, if you look at the weight of some of the modules, when you downsize, you have to wonder what they do with all the space.
Empty space.
I just imagine foam. They just put foam there just to hold it in place.
The little packing peanuts are like fancy, like foam cutouts.
Foam cutouts.
Well, it can't be foam, otherwise it's can't take the heat of the stars. I'd say it's probably some kind of girders.
Temperature critical.
My Anaconda is 90% girders.
Well, time to. It would be a shame if someone put a bendy unit in there.
Elite's gonna make their own bender units with like blackjack and hookers.
Oh wait,
Melted down
that's
by
Star
brew.
Citizen. Oh wait, that's Flexo. I'm sorry. The defective bender unit.
Ooh, official voice pack.
Sorry, what? Voice pack?
They had a different voice on stream. Apparently, it's called Victor.
Ooh, I'm gonna try that out. If it's some kind of hard Russian man, I wish to know about it.
Sadly not.
What's Victor? What's
He
he sound
sounded
like?
sort of generic American man, from what I heard.
Oh. Oops. Deleted.
Dreams obliterated.
Although apparently they are working. Was it HTX who do the voice packs? Apparently they're working with them.
HSC voice packs.
HCS voice packs.
Close enough.
I have several of my own.
Frameshift drive charging.
Oh man, there are no landable planets in Rahini.
I love it when a neutron star also has a scoopable star, and you can take care of the reboot while you're there.
Frameshift drive charging.
I once had the perfect system in which I was able to refuel and jet boost at the same time. It was kind of scary because it kept wiggling me close to the star I was scooping from. And I'm also like, if this star is literally in the jet stream of a neutron star, shouldn't it be like, I don't know, going supernova or something?
It shouldn't.
No, it will just receive like a
fine.
blanket full of radiation. It's fine. Stars are pretty good. Oh, it's like you're just blowing a blow dryer at it, in a sense. You're taking a blow dryer and you're blowing it at a bonfire. Also,
If you have enough of them, it'll
also
have
this
an effect.
blow dryer is only working at 10% capacity. It's fine.
Oh, that's interesting. There's a unknown airborne virus going around in the station that we're all docked in.
What?
Check the news.
I'm kind of glad we're out here in quarantine.
Yeah, in our own ships. I'm going to seal all of the vents and purge all life support systems.
I sealed my suit.
I'm already in my Remlock suit.
It is strongly suggested that all non-residents avoid the system until the quarantine has been lifted.
Well,
Not too
good
bad
thing
on
we're
guns
out here.
anyway.
Fuel suit disengaged.
Proceeds to go inside so I can see the news myself.
Just turn off your life support if you do it.
I'm already in my Remlock suit. It's fine.
4, 3,
My suit is remmed and locked.
Remlock. It's a brand, apparently.
Yeah, I know. I was trying to make a joke here.
Galnet demo.
Oh, this is what irritates me about like the background system, in that like only one of the factions has the outbreak, so like only that faction is having to deal with the problem. Yet it would make more sense if conditions like that affected systems instead of factions, because sometimes factions are in a different system. They're in more than one system, and they're somehow having to deal with an outbreak across all of their stations. But that doesn't really make sense.
It's space logic. It doesn't make sense to the normal human mind. Or something like that.
So the disease spread before it was recognized and detectable. Easy.
So
It's
far,
very-
the only symptom appears to be impaired cognitive functioning, with sufferers appearing to be in a perpetual state that mimics a form of intense intoxication.
Oh no, it's in this
Oh
chat
no,
already.
that's just a bunch of Brits coming through. That's fine.
So there is no disease, the whole station is just throwing a sickie.
Basically, yes. Or they've just gotten really fucking drunk.
Why not both?
Why
Could
not?
be aerosolized liquor.
That would be perfect.
A virus that creates ethanol.
Please fly responsibly.
A virus that creates ethanol as a byproduct.
That'd be
You know, honestly, with
interesting.
some of the diseases I've
I'd
seen,
like
I
the
wouldn't be
first
surprised.
explanation better. The outbreak was traced to a technician who was misting vodka into the environmental control system.
And the virus is mutated to make to live off alcohol and make alcohol if there's none around.
The virus is mutated to a fine scotch.
Reports confirm there are areas where there's increased fermentation. Please avoid at all costs unless you are completely an asshole. Or drunk.
The station supply of ice is running dangerously low.
But isn't space really cold?
Oh yeah, just
Look, if
stick
you
it
want to go
outside
out
for
there
a
and
few
get
minutes.
some.
There's literally I passed like 800 ice moons.
Yes, but the problem is those aren't pure ice. It's kind of
Well, they
They've
are
got to be
pure
clear
ice,
for proper.
it's just they're not water ice.
I mean, you know, technically all rock is just frozen silicon.
technically, yeah.
All right, dropping out for the night. Have a good one, guys.
You too.
Later,
Take
Adam.
care.
Good night.
Time to not crash into the station because that wouldn't be a good idea. Probably.
I hope they'll bring out a ship kit for the Diamondback at some point.
But that would imply the Diamondback's a good ship.
It is. It's got one of
It
the
is
best.
great.
It's
It's
great.
a good ship for class.
How dare you, sir?
I mean, it sounds like a vacuum cleaner in space.
So what? If
what
you
if
can
it
get
is?
past the sound, it's a great ship. It's the only downside.
I
Wouldn't
don't
the other
like the
downside be a
sound.
missing utility slot?
I mean, yeah, it would be nice to have like one extra utility slot, but it's still fine. I love
Maybe another module slot as well,
it. It goes really fast.
or a larger fuel scoop.
That would be nice. Yes.
Other than that, it's perfect.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe a better cockpit.
Yeah, other than everything that's wrong with it, it's
Man,
perfect.
no, maybe if you like squished it down and shaped it more like an asp, and then turned it into an asp, it would be a better ship.
Here's the thing: it's a bought Lakon ship, so it's not. It can't do that.
The
It's
Asp is
bought.
also
It was
like-
bought out by Lakon.
The thing that actually, to be honest, I do agree with you about the cockpit, but that's because I think almost all cockpits in Elite Dangerous are bad, except ironically for the Sidewinder.
And the Eagle. Don't forget the Eagle. That
The
is a
Eagle, okay, the
fucking
Eagle's
beautiful
cockpit is like the Eagle's cockpit still has too much wasted space, which is impressive, given how small the Eagle is.
The Eagle is actually
snug.
pretty awesome.
It is super snug. I love it.
Whereas,
Yeah.
like, you've got ships like the Python, where all of the space is wasted.
But it represents the first big change to a bridge instead of a cockpit.
But you don't need all that empty space.
Yes, you do.
Also, the Dolphin. The Dolphin has a very bad cockpit.
I really liked the one in the Hauler and the Adder.
Yeah, the whole
Yeah.
cockpit is amazing. It's like a mini truck.
Yeah, but everything's made that looks like it's from a Korean van, a cheap Korean van at that.
Yeah, but I love the look of
It's
it.
actually a Ford Transit.
I mean,
Yeah, I love
well,
it.
It's basically one of those.
Yes, it is, and I love it.
I liked it.
Yeah, the Hauler is pretty nice, honestly.
The Hauler is shit. The only thing good is
That you can
I'm
sell
such a
it to
good
get an
pilot.
Adder.
I'm blocking the fucking.
I mean, the
I'm so
biggest
good.
pro for a Hauler is that you can sell it to buy an Adder. So,
The Hauler is pretty good, honestly.
I used it like before I could afford an Asp.
So did I.
Many years ago, I used an Adder to explore, and it wasn't bad.
As long as I can put a beer fridge in my cockpit, I'm okay.
Well, in that case, you want to stick to Imperial ships, the Adder, and the Saudkruger ships.
The Imperial ships are just like the worst for wasting space in their cockpit.
But it's about basking.
I can bask in well-designed environments.
They are well designed for basking. You need the room to bask.
That's what the basking room is for. I will go to the basking room to bask. I don't need to bask in my cockpit.
I just made 3 million credits in exploration data.
In your ASP, you can actually have, or in your Anaconda, you can actually have buskers on board as well in your cockpit.
The problem with the ASP is people can see you basking.
Heavy traffic ahead, Commander.
Or buskers.
I do like the Anaconda. I mean, like, I do like that the Anaconda has like a visible elevator and everything. But there's still all that empty space that makes me very angry.
Meanwhile, my favorite cockpit is the Beluga.
I do like how when you boost in the Orca, there's the seatbelts on ding.
I know, right? It gives you that economy class feel.
Oh, I just made like 3.5 million credits in exploration data, so that's pretty nice.
Landing gear deployed.
Confirmed contact. Engaging docking restraints. Greetings, Commander.
We would like to extend a warm welcome to all visitors. Please ensure you complete docking procedures within the allocated time.
Incoming message.
Services at this starport are constantly being updated. Remember to visit every time you pass through the system.
Landing restraints lifted. You are go for departure.
My computer's running a bit hot, I think.
Landing gear retracted.
My computer is as well, but I'm pretty sure that's just the weather.
For me, it's probably because I turned on the heat. So, yeah.
Landing gear deployed.
Nice. My alignment with the patrons of the conflicts is now ally. That's pretty good.
Yeah, it's the marvelous power of throwing cartographic data in their face.
Basically. And I just threw away about 1 million credits.
4, 3, 2,
Oh, so much chaff.
1. Engage.
Well, if I can't attend the meetup, I'm going to get a head start on getting to the next waypoint.
Good evening.
Greetings.
Good morning.
Evening.
Boarding permission granted.
We just did a group photo in front of the station, but I didn't have chaff. And I'm in a black ship, so I probably didn't show up in the pick.
Nice. For me, it's 6 to 9 jumps to the next waypoint.
Is there that many neutrons? Neutron stars?
What?
If there's that many neutron stars until the next waypoint.
I don't think so.
I think they start kicking in after Scout A, Nebula.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Yeah, the station doesn't like it when I put off flight assist.
It was a nice live stream, but not much.
I just think it's funny people reacted so strongly to the engineers thing. Like they keep saying, "Oh, there's so much more grind now, 10 times more grind," and it's like, what?
But it's not, and it's so much better now.
What did they do to the engineers?
A lot of things.
Much more grind.
It's
Basically,
like a.
make sure you can't go backwards with your fucking thing, which irritated me to no end. That's why
you need
I
to
thought
do.
3 things engineer, and that's it.
But if I understood right, you have to do like 5 to 10 rolls each tier, basically.
He said two to 5. 2 to 5 per each grade of the engineering thing you want to do at the engineering. You have to repeat that, so if you leave that station, come back and want to do on a different ship or whatever with the same module, same blueprint, you're going to have to do that again. You have to go 2 through 5 rolls for each grade. And that's what they're complaining about, but that's, like you said, that's like 20-something rolls. That's not a lot.
No,
20 odd rolls. Come on.
Wait, I'm
Sometimes
gonna
I
have
to do
like
20
fucking go through
rolls.
every tier for each ship I want.
Right, each module, if you want to do the, you have to go back through the grades, 1 through 5.
Why? That's stupid.
It's actually
horrible,
very
yeah.
good compared to what it used to be. Because
Yeah.
in order to
It's
get a
actually
really good roll,
compared to now.
yeah,
It changes
exactly.
nothing. It changes nothing on the farming aspect of things, and
Yeah,
it makes
and the farming,
and it guarantees you.
1 through 4 is common materials. Crap. 5 is where grade 5 is where the stuff that's hard
Yeah.
to get is.
Now you have to farm additional shit.
But you're getting a guaranteed. You're getting a flat bottom anchored low for each engineer roll. You're getting an anchored low. It's flat. There's no go below this.
I really don't
and you're getting
care.
better overall, higher.
The rolls weren't the problem for me. It was the grinding.
Horrible, yeah.
Well,
I would,
relative to what you're doing, I mean,
I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind, like, having to collect materials if having to collect a lot of materials if like I was guaranteed not to have to waste them, and I wouldn't
now you
mind
are.
wasting materials if they were easy
And now you
to
are.
get.
That's exactly what this
Well,
is.
no,
It's telling you
the
there's a high, and you're going to get to that high with the 5
No,
rolls.
what
So you do a grade 5.
What they're doing is I'm having to farm a whole bunch of materials now for
Common stuff's available when you go after the grade 5 materials too. You're gonna get that anyways. When I go out and I try to get arsenic and all that other stuff, I'm getting a bunch of that crap going through 3 and 4.
do a lot more work than before.
No.
It's a lot less work. On average, people have to do 70, hundreds, sometimes 300 rolls.
Multiple hundreds, yeah. 500 rolls to get a god roll on an FSD. I've done that before.
And now you can get literally the best you can ever get for that ship in just 20 rolls.
Yeah, 20 odd rolls total. Or 5 rolls in the grade 5 or whatever. You're getting the guaranteed
don't
high.
get negative effects. You don't get negative effects.
And that's anchored. You can't. That's one number for the negative. That's it. Never goes down below that.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's actually a lot better on the grind.
Can somebody wing and fight me so I can relog and try if I'm there with you?
I'm already on my way.
Antris, I've sent you a winging fight. Or are you not here anymore?
Now, whoever watched live stream, did you understand that the secondary effects have been packaged into the viable experimental effect packages? So the positive ones for the secondary effects are now experimental in a package with other things, and you buy them.
I'll have to watch that part of the stream when we get there.
I think he said that briefly, but it's kind of like, oh, okay, so they're there. It's just you have to get other things with it, and you have to buy it with material. But positive secondaries are still in the thing.
Is anyone in a big instance at Rohidi?
I think there's a lot of big instances. There's probably at least 5 maxed out instances.
I can send you on a 6-shooter.
Please, could you also send one to Phantom Goose because he also wants in? But he's not on here, so on Discord.
This is Kai Vata. If I could get a wing too, please.
I kept trying to deploy my fighter. I'm like, what's wrong with? Oh, station.
I have to launch my ship from Rohini and then come back in again. I think.
Was that Kaivara?
That's right.
Okay, yeah, I think I've got you in my friends.
Oh, you're already Rootman. I'm already in your session. You are in quite a small session, Rude.
Ah, well, we just took a group shot. That's why I was here, but. Well, I know there's several instances here. Maybe we can find some that are in the bigger one. Actually, now that I look around, gosh, there was about 10 or 15 guys here a minute ago. Wonder where they all went.
Huh.
Space magic.
Yeah.
So, who here is still at Rohini? No one is. All right.
Yeah, I've left.
I'm just arriving at Eagle sector.
I'm still at Rohini. I've got one ship at Eagles, and I've got one ship at the next leg, waiting at the next leg.
I'm currently making my way to waypoint 10. And I got like 60 jumps left, so probably won't make it today, sadly.
I'm at Rohini as well. I just couldn't find my push to talk bindings.
Yeah, I flew my Condor to waypoint 10 last night so that I could give myself a wing to get there with this ship.
Nice. I just overshot a star. I'm such a good pilot.
It's
How the
better
fuck
than
did I do that?
flying into it.
That's true, but still.
Well, since you're missing it, you can
scoop.
obviously become a stormtrooper. They can't hit the broadside of a planet.
That's also
Actually,
true,
they
but
actually did hit the broadside of a planet.
Yeah, because they were not trying to.
stormtroopers are special. Let's keep it at that.
Special snowflakes, aren't they?
Oh, sorry, I hit your planet. I was aiming for the moon.
Indeed. Or the sun.
Yeah, don't you hate it when you're aiming for a big piece of empty space and then suddenly you hit a planet that you swear wasn't there last time? Happens all the time for me. I also just realized I still have my filter on for my route. But that does mean that I will not encounter any brown dwarfs this time, which is very nice.
I wish you could take more than 10 chaff. because it's really not that much. Or did I miss something and you can?
You can, but you have to engineer it.
Alright. Not worth it.
Go grind a bit more, come on.
Not worth it.
Just like how you can actually carry more than 2 heat sinks. I mean 3 heat sinks.
I never use heat sinks as well.
Though, to be honest, I prefer lightweighting my heat sinks to higher capacity in them anyway.
Like the first 2 times I explored, I used heat sinks, but I haven't since then.
When I don't have my heat sinks on me, I tend to find myself in situations where I need them.
I think I might have needed it once the entire time I've explored.
I have never needed them the entire time while exploring and going back to Colonia. And
I needed
back to
them
Sol
until I got them.
Oh.
Like every time until I got them, I was overheating when refueling and everything, and then I got the heat sinks and it never happened again. Even though I didn't use them. It may also have to do with the fact that I got a better fuel scoop, but yeah.
Well, I think I'm going to leave Rohini and head for waypoint 10.
Yeah, I'm already
Yeah, same here.
straight on the way.
Nobody's coming from me. Wait, you have to look up the name for the 10. Then?
I still have 30 jumps to go to the Rohini, so that will take me about 40 minutes.
Yeah, for me it's 60 jumps.
49 for me.
48.
And I'm off, like a herd of turtles.
Nice.
62 jumps. I'm gonna go off as well.
Well, to be fair, a herd of turtles actually travels quite quickly.
Found a NPC with the name THS. It's the shortest name I've ever seen.
I come across an NPC simply called M, like the letter M.
That's a beautiful name.
Gender neutral as well.
Exactly.
I think it's everything neutral. Just
Who needs genders when you can be called M?
Exactly.
But what if you mispronounce their name and it's actually Guess we'll never know. Damn. 254,000 jumps left. Oh wait. Damn it. Wasn't there this person that like got a cutter down to a 200,000 light second jump range or something like that? I think I heard something like that. Don't know for sure though.
Reddit going crazy about long-range passenger missions. I just realized that I've been having my mute button clicked in for the entire time I've been here.
Nice.
I was in here chatting away, blah, 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 and yeah, I've been muted. God damn it.
Good job.
I blame the Guinness.
Oh, well...
Oh, if the aim was to talk to yourself, it worked.
Oh yeah, brilliantly.
You could blame it, but it doesn't get less tasty.
This is very true.
Although muted is better than neutered.
That's also very true.
That
Not
might be
necessarily.
subjective. If you don't want any kids, then well.
Yes, but
I already have that covered, so you know. There's a pretty good collection of ships over in at the station.
Time to steal them all. Wait, what?
I'm one jump out of Rohini and I already found 3 terraformable water worlds.
Oh, shut up. Although I did just make, like, today I made 5 million credits in exploration data, and I threw away 1 million just to get allied with one faction. Which is alright, I guess. It allows me to do more passenger missions, even though I currently don't have an passenger module thing.
And when is the next time you'll be back in Rohini to pick up those passengers?
Not at all, probably. But when I want relatively easy credits, I'll just pick up passengers. I mean, they pay like 20 million per mission or something, so that's pretty nice.
They've adjusted the passenger payout today, actually.
Oh, that's sad.
I heard that they also did something to the Smeaton run.
What they've done is they've disabled the part of the payout formula that calculates how far away you have to be in Supercruise from the drop-off point and how that affects the mission payout.
Whoa, so they deleted that?
Yep.
So Smeaton isn't profitable at all anymore.
Absolutely not.
Yeah, so
that's
like
too bad. Why would they turn that mechanism off? I mean, you put a lot of time in it. Why?
Because it was too good.
So it was working as designed, but not working as intended. So they got it roughly on the nail for like up to around what 70-ish K, and after that things just got silly.
At least the light years is still calculated.
Yeah, and that's what counts for most of the passenger runs for like the Colonia thing.
Yeah, VIP passenger missions won't be that affected by this.
No, but I would have loved to do the Smeden run a few times for some money, but eh.
I earned 1.5 billion doing speedrun runs.
Nice.
It was obscenely effective.
I was wanting to do Smeaton runs after I got my my federal rank up to Vice Admiral, just to get up to 1 billion credits, and then this expedition popped up, so I was like, oh, I'll do it when I get back.
Well, damn.
I guess not.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
There'll be another credit sync coming up, no doubt, when they mess something else up.
Are they doing
it's
this on
not a
purpose,
bug,
though?
it's a feature.
Oh, yeah, are they actually doing this on purpose is what I want to know. They always put in some weird exploit thing where you can get hundreds of millions, billion of credit.
It's because there are just far too many outlying cases for them to be able to take account of. And as someone who works in programming, I know for a fact that they simply do not have the resources to check every single outlying case.
Just add a whole row of if statements. Advanced AI.
Anomalies like Robigo or Quince or Smeaton.
I don't know, it just seems like they do this to engage the community. They always have something in there that's not quite right that gives a ton of credit. Maybe, yeah.
Maybe enrage is the right word.
Now, secretly, they're a salt mining corporation.
You see,
yeah,
it's basically a case of scale, right? If you make a program that's, say, the size of Pong, you can make a completely bugless program. It is actually possible. But a game the size of, I don't know, Battlefield, there is always going to be a bug somewhere.
No, it's always features. Everything is a feature.
Features, yes.
Yeah, and then if there's always going to be a bug in Battlefield, now imagine the amount of bugs that's going to be in the game the size of Elite. No matter how good the programmers are.
Yeah, but as long as the code isn't self-documenting, everything's fine. At least,
really
quote-unquote self-documenting.
There is no such thing as self-documenting code.
Exactly.
There simply
Java.
is not. No.
Just kidding.
Java is horrible. But
I know it is.
Self-documenting code does not exist. It is an oxymoron.
But what
I was joking anyway.
But what if the documents are self-coding? Then you basically have created another programming language anyway.
This is true. Yeah, it is absolutely impossible, completely and utterly impossible to write totally bug-free code. Even if your code works, the underlying architecture is still imperfect. Simply because it's been designed by humans.
Yeah, like it'll work under the contexts that you designed it for, but if you put in new criteria, it may not.
Exactly.
If you create an architecture solely intended to literally print the string "Hello World," you should be able to do that without bugs.
No, bugs will happen somewhere, somehow. Even if your program that prints out "Hello World" works perfectly, what that program runs on is too complex.
Yeah, but I mean,
to be bug-free.
You should be able to build a CPU that only has a print instruction to write to a VGA buffer. If you do
Yes,
something,
but a VGA buffer is extremely complicated.
yeah, just do something simpler than one of those crystal display things. Something like that. It's possible, but stupid.
No, it is. It is literally impossible.
Everything will have imperfections.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. There is no way, absolutely no way, that you can create a program that is completely bug-free.
Well, the program itself could be, but like you said, the stuff underneath it may not.
Yes. I did a lot of work on exactly this during my degree.
I don't have a degree.
It's incredibly boring.
Yeah, I know, right? But they expect every programmer to know this.
Okay, except in India. Look up the website Mr. Durgasoft Core Java. It's amazing.
I might not trust that.
Do it.
Oh.
It's quite special.
In this case, it's not about trusting it.
No, just look at the website. It's a special website.
Does the website have sound?
I don't think so. But there are YouTube videos of it. Because it's an Indian guy that teaches Java. That's like two of the worst combinations of the world of programming. Indian hired programmers and Java. I mean, I have
Okay,
nothing
no,
against
so
Indians, but
no, but
hiring.
I liked I did Java. I liked Java, and then I forgot Java because I never programmed it
You
again
know
in
the
15
funny
years.
thing about those the first part of the statement though?
Yeah.
The fact that almost every half decent discovery about algorithms was an Indian discovery in the last like 2 or 3 decades.
What about the Pythagorean? Oh, wait, never mind.
What about the what?
Different thing.
Oh.
Yeah, it's not an algorithm.
Yeah, forget it. It's the theorem.
But what if it's an algo theorem? That's not even
Algorithmic theorem.
an algorithm. Rolls right off the tongue, doesn't it?
Be careful, mate. Don't blow up your face.
I'm trying to use big words.
Words are difficult.
Well, it's a big word. It just doesn't mean anything.
It's a big word, more than 3 letters, you mean?
Yes.
I'm pretty sure there is actually a big word that literally means nothing.
Could you repeat that again?
I'm pretty certain that there is actually a big word that literally means nothing.
No, there's a
Yeah,
phobia.
that's nihilist.
There's a phobia for long words, and the name of the phobia is actually like a whole sentence long.
Yeah, that's also
That's
the case
actually
with like.
funny.
Yeah.
Now that's not the actual name of the phobia. It's a joke name. You're talking about hippopotonemophobia, if I recall right, which literally means words the size of the hippopotamus phobia.
Kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
But it's also like the case with dyslexia. This dyslexic people, the word is something that I would probably make spelling errors on, since the spelling of it is horrible. It's a horrible word.
Yeah, dyslexia is not exactly a good word for English-speaking people. That's for sure. The fact that it's not an English word doesn't help.
Sometimes it's hard enough to say it.
Yes, like I just demonstrated quite well.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm a little dyslexic myself, but I typically don't have problems spelling dyslexia, but some other
Is that
simplistic
because you
things
had to do it so many times?
possible. But well, there's also the fact that for me at least, if it's just like the word a or the word I have a big tendency to hit the wrong one. Like, I'll type A for the word I, or I'll type I for the word A. And it makes it to where I always have to reread what I just typed to make sure I didn't do it.
Fair enough.
I don't even know why I mixed those two up. Like, they're not at all the same. They're both vowels. It's like the only thing they have
And
in
they're
common.
not next to each other on your keyboard.
No, they're
as
not.
well.
It
Like,
fucks me over how I get that mixed up.
I sometimes mix up the V and the B and the C. Or the I and O on my keyboard. Those are the only ones I every now and then mix up.
The only time I really make spelling mistakes on the keyboard is when I try to type too quickly. And
I
it
do that
just
often.
becomes one
Yeah,
big
same,
jumbled mess that doesn't make any
Well,
sense.
When I'm typing blindly, I can type very fast because I'm not thinking about it. And
Yeah, same for me.
then when I think for a second, ooh, I'm going fast, and try to look at my keyboard, then it goes wrong.
Same here.
then I'm starting to think about it, and I can't keep up with thinking.
By the way,
yeah.
I actually have dyslexia's mirror problem, which is I have another condition called hyperlexia.
And what
Right.
exactly does that
Is
mean?
that reading too much into anything?
Actually, not quite. Hyperlexia is generally defined as people who can actually read at the ages of like 2 or 3.
Yeah.
But the downside is these people generally have difficulty learning how to talk.
Ah, sounds like great fun.
And also, social situations are like a foreign concept to me.
Hyperlexia is a syndrome that is characterized by a child's precocious ability to read far above what would be expected at their age, significant difficulty in understanding and using verbal language or a profound non-verbal learning disability, and significant problems during social interactions.
Thank you, Siri. Wait.
You are welcome.
Hey, another question. Siri, are you connected to the NSA? You're supposed to play this shutdown sound, but...
I was trying to
That's
think
what-
of something witty to reply with, but I couldn't think quickly enough.
Yeah, but that was like...
Just say no comment.
That was
I do
the
not
thing that-
understand your question. Please paraphrase.
Oh. Yeah, but that was like the thing that the Amazon Echo does. It just shuts down when you ask it if it's connected with the NSA.
Yeah.
Which is
Conspiracy
pretty
confirmed.
funny in my
There's
opinion.
2 people at the place I just jumped to away from waypoint 9.
Nice.
Yeah, I have-
Granted,
I
it,
have
it
the-
probably is the closest neutron, though. Granted.
I have the Amazon Echo, and normally if you ask her a question she doesn't know, she tells you she doesn't know. But so it is kind of unusual that she just shuts down.
Yes, it's kind of like
But can you ask her then and test it?
Sure, hang on. All right, hang on. I'm gonna leave the mic open.
Okay.
Alexa, are you part of the NSA?
No, I work for Amazon.
Oh.
Yeah,
somebody
sure.
somebody might have changed that.
Wonder Woo NSA.
Cover-ups.
I have 2 cover-ups on my bed. They keep me warm at
There's
night.
no third person here, other than me.
Damn, that's like one more than one less.
We're all anacondas. I find that
But
amusing.
do they want on?
Your anaconda does?
I think we're all anacondas because only the anacondas could make this in one jump.
My anaconda don't.
Are you sure about that?
By the way, I made it to that particular I made it to that particular star in one jump. So.
Well, I mean,
what's your jump range then?
Let me double check.
180.
Probably not.
Apparently, my jump range is 216.58.
Is that correct?
Mine's,
I don't know. I failed math.
Mine's 193.55.
Nice. I wish mine was so high, but I only get to like 29 and then I never hit it because game mechanics.
202.10 is my jump range based on my current fuel tank and the fact that I have a fuel boost on it, a neutron star boost.
Nice.
There we go.
Yeah, I never neutron star boost because I don't really want to destroy my ship, and I'm not exactly a very good pilot and I don't want to risk it.
Risk it for the biscuit though.
Nah.
Biscuits are unhealthy. Try a piece of fruit instead.
Yes, I only
But my
eat
biscuits are
healthy
fruit
things.
biscuits.
Shut up, Siri.
I guess he's being serious.
I am indeed being serious. Lol.
Yes, I'm so funny.
I'm bloody hilarious, yes.
Sirius. Are you Sirius Black?
No, I am Sirius B.
Oh.
I think he's serious Caucasian.
Hello, guys.
6 shooter, that was such a horrible joke, I'm not even going to react apart from this reaction. And greetings, Commander.
Hello, whoever just came in.
07, Commander.
But what if it's actually 07? And then we forgot another 0. And we're actually all typing James Bond's codename thing without knowing.
Oh,
It's
gotta be
probably
careful
the
then with
NSA
CV.
then.
She will connect us to this NSA. Yep, there we go.
No, wasn't
Very
it Europe
nice.
or something?
What?
6 jumps to Rohini. Hooray!
5 jumps
2.
to Prue AESCS HW-S B31-2.
The thing.
Rolls off the tongue, doesn't it?
I know,
Yes,
right?
it's a beautiful name.
Which is short for a random star.
It's not
By
even
the way-
short, but yeah.
By the way,
Short for something else they could call it.
my text-to-speech pronounces it as Prue Ascus. I honestly don't know how it gets that pronunciation.
Because it's on English and not on Latin.
That
Probably.
might actually be true.
But it puts a U just randomly in there, like kuss.
Yes. It's all because of you. Please don't react.
It's all about the credits.
Ha.
It's all about the dum dum
Ha.
dum.
Ha.
Rude man, I think you're in front of me.
What?
That's rude.
You were just in this system where I jumped into, and I still see your high wake.
Oh, cool.
And only one of you will get the discovery.
No one will, because this one was probably already someone else's.
Oh. I did see
By the
somebody's
way, I
name
just
on a
looked at
star
my
already.
galaxy map. I just looked at my galaxy map, and my galaxy map's like, oh wait, I can actually get to where you're going in one jump, not 5. I'm like, oh, okay then.
I've had that happen.
Nice.
I had to manually, well, it happened when I had like 2 jumps left, and I had to manually plot my next jump for it to correct. And I was like, fucking hell, I'm not going 300 light years in one jump.
Are you sure about that? Because that seems like something you should do.
I mean, I tried it just to make sure if it would work or not, and it said I didn't have enough fuel.
Ah,
I
yeah.
was like, fuck.
Root, you just jumped out of my system again. I saw you like for a millisecond, and then you disappeared and went into a high wake. I'm
Well,
chasing, basically.
That's interesting.
Yeah, we're taking exactly the same systems. What's your jump range?
About 29.
Oh, mine is 33, so I'm probably gonna be ahead of you in like 1 or 2 jumps.
Oh yeah, same. Like mine says 375. That's clearly wrong.
Just try it anyway, and if it works, lucky. If it doesn't, lost to be expected.
I've got 37 jumps left.
Nice.
Hey, you're in front of me. We're in the same system, Root.
That's
I've got
strange.
about 30 jumps remaining.
That's just crazy. Don't jump.
Jump.
Okay, I'm in Super Cruise. I've got 37 jumps left.
I've got.
I've got 42 left.
To where?
I've got 39 jumps left.
I got 42 left. Very nice.
Oh, I know why. I know why I've got less than you, because I've got mine set for neutron stars, and I flew this route last night. There are at least 3 neutron stars.
I actually hit 5.
Well, with your jump range, I would actually do neutron jumps. For me, it's okay without, as you see, because we have the same amount of jumps.
4, 3, 2,
You're probably gonna jump, so am I.
Yep, I'm off.
Charging.
Charge.
You're just a bit
Frame
too
shift
far away to see
cancelled.
you jump.
Exceeded limit of 5.0 tons.
You only got 5 tons. Oh, what class do you have?
A class 5.
Oh, never mind. I was like, I can use up to 8, but I have a class 6.
disengaged. Frame shift drive charging.
Root, we're in the same system again. Look at this. Look at me.
I can't believe that.
We are in a wing together, but it shouldn't do that. Like,
Actually, when you're in a wing together, the longer FSD will actually limit itself to the shorter FSD.
Nice.
oh, so we are actually making the same journey right now.
Yes.
Well,
Alright.
that's the bad thing is I've got the lesser jump range, so you're getting nerfed.
I'm getting nerfed.
Where are the Nerf guns?
I have
probably
some.
Where are the Nerf
I am
guns?
gonna unwing you now because I don't want to end up at a neutron star like you are.
Okay.
Because
No
I don't
problem.
like those things. I find them rather scary.
You're not the only
Neutron
one
stars
here.
are easier than white dwarfs.
They are.
White
But
dwarves are
still, I
proper
would
scary.
like to. Yeah.
I find white dwarves easier, but if you mess up, they have scarier consequences.
Yeah,
I have
the
never
some
been
of
at a white dwarf.
the
white...
neutrons, depending on how fast the jet is rotating, can make your ship handle a lot differently in the jet. the white dwarfs don't really have a rotation in the jet, so it doesn't affect it that much.
Now the issue with the white dwarves is because the jet is so much smaller and ergo so much closer to the exclusion zone, you've got to really, really be careful when you head in. Otherwise, you're going to cook your ship or fly into the white dwarf, or both. I mean, the two are not mutually exclusive. Wouldn't recommend either.
Yeah, but it'll be great fun.
At least you're cleaning Thargoid spit off your ship.
True enough.
And then immediately die anyway.
I mean, you clean the ship off with your ship. It may not be what you want, but there will not be any more ship on your ship. Because it's going to be destroyed.
I hear that's a good way to remove the paint.
Yes, it is. That's also what I always do. Like in the weekend when I'm painting something, and it doesn't turn out as I want, I always dump it in a star.
But this is the person who failed maths, so who knows?
Well, I do. I just told you. I think
I
just
mean,
found
if
a
it
water
works or
rule.
not.
If what or not?
If it works or not.
Oh yes, it works. I've tried it many times.
Work it, baby.
Oh yes. I probably got to go in not too long.
I'm going to work in about an hour, so about the time when I hit.
And I can play games.
About when I hit waypoint 9 or waypoint 10, I'm gonna be getting off. Should be there in about half an hour at most. I got 23 jumps left.
You gotta jump. There's an actual song that actually says you gotta jump.
Please don't. I'm not even listening to music right now, and it's already better than that song.
I know.
I mean, any quiet is better than any bad song. Because you're not listening to bad song.
That's true, I guess. And again, it depends on what kind of quiet it is.
It's like when I'm listening to the radio and all of the stations on my presets go to commercial at the same time, I just turn my radio off and wait.
But commercials are the best part about radio, aren't they?
I never listen to radio anymore, I just listen to my own music.
I listen to Spotify. My favorite part about Spotify are the advertisements.
Yeah, my job is basically I'm in a car all the time delivering pieces. So, but my new MP3 that has a play button that actually works now.
That's pretty useful.
Fucks up when I plug it into the auxiliary port, so I can't play my music through my radio anymore. My old MP3 I had it for like a month or two, and the play pause button fucked up to where a lot of time when I press the button it goes into settings.
That's not supposed to do that.
Why don't you just hook your phone up to like auxiliary?
Well, because I don't put music onto my phone because music takes up a lot of storage.
Oh, phones nowadays got like 64 gigabytes or 120.
Nah, I only my card doesn't. My SD card doesn't hold that much. My internal doesn't holds about the same much as my card. I have a Samsung Galaxy, Samsung Grand Prime. It's not.
Never heard of a Samsung Grand Prime before.
It's not a new phone, but it's not that old.
It's a what? A Samsung?
Say it again?
Alright.
Warning, frameshift drive operating
And I'm guessing you can't plug in a USB key into your radio, right?
No, I have a radio that came with the car. It doesn't have a USB port on it. It does have the auxiliary jack, but not the USB.
You could technically probably plug a USB stick into your phone and then your phone into the radio, but that's just overcomplicating things.
I don't know how that works though.
Or, genius idea, burn MP3s onto a disc and then use the MP3 disc as your storage device and then put that in the car's CD player.
Yeah, but then there's the thing, whenever I get a new song I want to add to my playlist, I have to reburn the disc.
Well, you do realize that most discs these days can do what's
leave
known
them
as an
open.
incomplete. Yeah. Which basically it means that you can just keep burning onto the disk until you have the full 750 megabytes.
Well, yeah, but it's what I mean is I have to burn it again. Like, I have to go back and burn that song to the disc.
Yeah,
buying-
but
I don't even know how to burn it in the first place.
Is buying a new radio an option for you?
Well, I mean, I have the stock radio that came with the car. It's a
Yeah.
massive radio.
Okay.
But it doesn't take USB, so that's a bit shit.
Oh, I really don't need USB. I didn't even use it on my old car that had one. My old car had an aftermarket radio in it when I got it. It had a USB port on it, but I only used it to charge my phone.
Still pretty useful though.
It's because I have a phone holder on my dash, and if I plug my phone charger into that, it reaches better than it does from the 6-volt or 12-volt, whatever. I forget which one it has.
yeah, the car port is not very good for digital charge.
No, there's not a lot of.
I use it as a last resort if my phone's dying, because I use my phone for navigation.
Oh yeah.
If I
That is
forget to
pretty
charge,
useful to,
if I
have a
forget to charge my phone before I go into work, I have to plug it into my car.
Nice.
I've been pretty good about that recently, but I keep a charger in my phone. I keep a charger in my car anyway.
Yeah, that's pretty useful.
Yeah, I'm charging my phone right now because I'm about to go to work soon.
A couple of years back, I bought an aftermarket radio just for the USB, for the Bluetooth, sorry. So you can hook up your phone, have a hands-free there. It's a treat.
The aftermarket radio that was on my old car had Bluetooth capabilities, I believe, but I never could figure out how to do it.
Well, with Bluetooth, of course.
I don't like Bluetooth because it's.
Yeah, I didn't care too much about it to look into it, so I just didn't do it.
Well, you actually have to have Bluetooth 2.0 in one-way mode to have good sound. In one-way mode, you can have full uncompressed sound, basically. And
when
in
there's
stereo.
When there's more than one hiccup in an entire album, it's not a good technology.
Well, it doesn't tick up at all when it's like that, though.
Oh my, I found a beautiful planet. Damn!
I found an unregistered comms beacon.
Nice.
Cool.
Looks like somebody didn't complete registration on their comms
Oh.
beacon.
Somehow the game thinks I'm in danger. Why does it think I'm in danger? I'm not in danger. There is no
You are
one
in
nearby.
danger. This is
You
elite
just don't know to the
dangerous.
sun.
This is elite
No.
dangerous.
I'm in the middle of nowhere, not near a star or planet or whatever.
Random
I
danger
had to
pops
wait
in.
randomly 9 seconds to quit the game because apparently I was in danger.
You
That's
didn't hear about
because
the...
jumping out counts as being in danger.
No, I was already jumped out and everything. I had already refueled my my ship.
There's
Also-
probably a ninja Targoid in the vicinity somewhere.
Yeah,
I
one
don't
of the those new cloaked ones.
Yeah,
Those
well,
be the
according
ones.
to... Okay, nice one, Steam. Steam said that there was an update for Elite Dangerous. It immediately downloaded every 0 bytes.
amazing.
I guess that update was full of hot air.
Yeah, probably.